Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. This is a practice video where you get to define what an equivalent fraction is. I'm going to give you some fraction bars and you're going to let me know which fractions in those fraction bars are equivalent. We always have a little challenge one at the end that I'll share with you as well. If you haven't watched the lesson video called Finding Equivalent Fractions, be sure to watch that first. Now, this is a very basic introductory on how to use those fraction bars, but it's still a good review if you already know how to do it. Once you watch the video, come back. I have a fraction bar here. I want you to find half, a fraction, 1/2, and anything that's equivalent to it on the fraction bar. And then I want you to write every equivalent fraction that you see on your piece of paper and then come back and see if you got it right. So just pause the video each time I have a question. All right, we're looking for 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and block that out. Fraction bars really make it easy to find equivalent fractions, especially if you're a visual learner. And basically, if you need to, you could use a ruler if you ever use one of these in a workbook or anything, and just go down and find any set of fractions that equal up. And look at this, I found 4 of them. See how they all represent 1/2. So what you're going to do is you should have written down 3 of those, okay? Or yeah, because I have the half. So we have 1 2/4 right here is equivalent to 1/2. All of these are equal to 1/2. We have 3/6 and we have 4/8. All equivalent fractions to each other as well, because you can see visually that they all take up the same amount of space or area. Now I want you to find 3/4 on the fraction bar and write every equivalent fraction that you see. Pause the video and then come back. The first thing that we needed to do was find fourths, right? That's our bottom, our denominator, and fourths are right here. And I only need to put a block around 3 of them because 3/4 equals this area right here. Now let's look down. Oh, there's only one other fraction on this fraction bar that's equivalent, and that is eighths. 1 2 3 4 5 6 eighths. So 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. And we'll go ahead and block that out just so that you can see. If you still don't believe it, and you have I do have a PDF under the description where you can print it off. Some of you may need to cut your fraction bars and actually lay them on top of each other, and that's fine. But if you can see it by looking at it, then you won't need to do that. Let's do a couple more. Find 2/3 on the fraction bar, right? Every equivalent fraction that you see, pause, and then come back. First thing I'm going to do is find that 2/3. My 3 is the denominator, so I just look at the fractions that have a 3 at the bottom, and then I know that I need 2 of those. I'm going to just make a little invisible line going down, and I found one right here. There's only one other, and it's in the 6ths, and we have 4 of them. So 2/3 is equals 4/6. So you're not always, and sometimes you may have one and not find one. I'm going to give you an example. What if I asked you to find something that's equivalent to 1/5 on this fraction bar? There isn't anything on here. Now there are equivalent fractions, just not on this fraction bar. This is our last one, and I'm going to do something a little different. I want you to kind of work backwards. We've done this before. It's more of a little bit of a challenge. We're still doing the same thing. I have a circle here that is representing 1/2. My other 2 circles represent 1/2 right now as well. Can you draw more lines in that and divide it equally so that this half will be an equivalent fraction? And so I want you to, you're going to have to draw this on a piece of paper. It might take you a couple minutes, so just pause the video, get it all done, then come back and see if you're right. But I want you to draw these lines into these circles equally and show me 2 more equivalent fractions. Now keep it simple. There are a lot of answers and you can really cut that up into a lot of pieces, but keep it simple, okay? And pause your video, come back, and we'll do it together. Now I'm going to use my pen for this, so it's not going to be really even. I'm going to cut this in half again, and now I have fourths. I have 2 parts colored in, so that means 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Now this one, I'm going to do the same thing, but I already have 2/4, so let's cut it up again. Remember, all the pieces have to be exact. Now I have 8 for my denominators. There's 8 pieces in all, and 4 are colored in. Now you can keep doing this. Some of you might have done it more. That means you would have to cut every piece in half again, and it would look something like this for those of you that were trying to show me that you know what you're doing. Every single piece would have to be cut in half again, and then we would have 16 pieces with 8 of them colored in. Now some of you may be seeing a pattern with our denominator and our numerator. If you do see that, then you're probably ready to learn how to find the equivalent fraction by using your multiplication and your division. In the description underneath the video, there is some workbook pages. Go ahead and print those off if you want to practice some more.